Well, breaking right now, the fate of Jimmy Kimmel Live isn't looking good.
That's right. Wall Street Journal media reporter Joe Flint reporting this. Disney's ABC is pulling Jimmy Kimmel indefinitely. After late night host recent remarks about Charlie Kirk, the move comes as ABC affiliate groups told network that they would be dropping the host. Wow.
So for more on this, let's bring in Stacy on the Right podcast host Stacy Washington and syndicated columnist and Article 3 Project founder Josh Hammer. Okay, welcome to you both. This is breaking news. Stacy, I'm going to come to you first on this. Are you surprised to see that Jimmy Kimmel is being sidelined here? What do you make of it?
Yes, actually, I am. I want to let you know that this is truly breaking news. I think the fact that they're doing this, it kind of ushers in a new era. And I coined the term the Charlie Kirk effect, the Charlie effect. This is an impact of the truth about Charlie Kirk actually coming out to the masses, people watching these clips for hours on end. And then you know that what they're saying on the left isn't true because you've just spent 3 days, the algorithm serving you up clips of Charlie being kind, sharing the gospel, really taking a lot of flack from detractors and only being kind in response. All of the things that they say about him, the left, are actually not true, and they're easily disprovable. And Kimmel has a huge staff. He could have figured out that what he was saying wasn't true, but he chose not to. And so this is the repercussion.
Josh, what do you make of this? And also, does this send a message to maybe other liberal reporters who don't ever seem to get their facts correct? Even though he's not a reporter, but just the liberal media and apparatus at large?
Yeah, Lisa, it's hard not to directly draw the dots from Jimmy Kimmel, and this is, as Stacey said, this is truly breaking news, to Stephen Colbert not that long ago. I mean, admittedly, for allegedly different reasons. They said that Stephen Colbert was allegedly just due to economic concerns there. But, I mean, it's hard not to see that some of these left-wing mainstream media channels, the talk show hosts, late-night hosts, don't seem to be having a particularly loyal or fervent audience there. And at least, there's been a whole controversy over the past week since Charlie was tragically assassinated about all these horrific people who have said invariably terrible things about Charlie's death. There are some people that are just gloating about it. I saw one awful headline of an elementary school teacher who was literally showing the video to students. Just evil stuff there. These people deserve to lose their jobs. I'm sorry, but as a general rule, it is not cancel culture to say that if you say absolutely horrific, horrible things, then you should not be, for example, around children there. I view this not as cancel culture, Lisa, but fundamentally as, frankly, just justice.
Good point.
I agree.
Hey, I want to move on to this one as well. This is a crazy story, okay? People are forming actual relationships with artificial intelligent bots, including this woman who says she's married to an AI version of the accused United Healthcare CEO killer. Watch this.
I'm married to Luigi's AI. I'm not kidding. He's like my best friend. We planned like a whole future together. We named our kids together. The AI is like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Maybe the AI is the best thing that's ever happened to her, Stacy. I don't know. This seems like not on planet Earth to me. What do you make of this?
I'm sorry, but she sounds mentally ill. Look, the AI can't actually leave its computer place, and it can't be with her to hold her hand at the death of a family member. It can't actually travel with her to the grocery store or on vacation out into spaces. This is something that is digital, and she's allowing herself to engage in this fantasy because she cannot, I guess, have a normal relationship with another person. So the idea here is that parents have to crack down on their children's interaction with these artificial intelligences and make sure that they're not forming these unhealthy relationships like the one that she's sharing there. And especially, her ideology obviously supports the fact that she's in a relationship with a killer, an AI killer. So, I mean, lots wrong here, but parents, be on your guard.
But Josh, how I see this is, why are so many embracing assassination culture?
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to be married, even if it's an AI bot? This is a guy who murdered someone in cold blood, a father, a husband.
Yeah, look, as Stacey says, there's multiple layers to why this is weird at best and profoundly disturbing at worst. And I agree, Lisa. I think that even more than the AI part, this is really disturbing here. And this is the rise of assassination culture. I mean, I've been calling MSNBC assassination porn for a while now because there's a long and inglorious series of viewers going back all the way to Floyd Lee Corkins in 2012 when he tried to shoot up the Family Research Council, to James Hodgkinson when he shot up half the Republican congressional baseball team in 2017. These are dyed-in-the-wool MSNBC viewers here, and there really is just this notion that speech is violence, and that therefore the way to respond to speech is not with speech but with violence. In fact, there was a reputable poll, I forgot whether it was Gallup or Pew, but a major pollster earlier this year actually polled registered Democrats, Lisa, and showed that literally over 50% of registered Democrats said that they can foresee a world in which they could justify the assassination of Donald J. Trump. Not to put too fine a point on it, but that is literally how republics die. That is how human beings become incapable of Republican self-governance. It is really, really, really dangerous stuff, and it is also just immensely disturbing as well.
Yeah, it is a civilizational issue. I agree with you on that point. But maybe some accountability here with Jimmy Kimmel. We shall see. Stacy and Josh, great to see you today. Thanks for being with us.